say, what do I really want to do? Jesse, when Sandy was sitting there, what do I really want to do? She didn't want to keep doing what she was doing. But she had never thought of that before. What do I really want to do? Do you know, wants come from the essence of who you are. Spirit, understand spirit. You're a spiritual being. Spirit's always for expansion and fuller expression. It's never for disintegration. It's always for expansion and fuller expression. You'll never be satisfied with where you are. Most people are afraid to even say they're dissatisfied. They think that means they're not happy. You can be very happy where you are and totally dissatisfied. That's two different things. I'm very happy with where I am, totally dissatisfied with the results we're getting. Dissatisfaction is part of the essence of spirit. Spirit's always for expansion and fuller expression. It's never for disintegration. So do you see that want? It comes into your consciousness from the essence of who you are. There's perfection within you, and spirit wants to express itself in a greater way. So don't ask, can you? How are you going to? Where's the money? Forget all that. This is so simple. Where you are, where you want to go. It's so simple. Why are so many people stuck? Why are so many stuck? I'd been raised to believe if you're going to earn a lot of money, you got to be really smart. I knew I wasn't very smart, but I was earning a lot of money. I was raised to believe if you don't go to school, you can't get a good job. I didn't have a good job. I owned the company. You see, a lot of people think the problem's goals. I don't think so. I think the problem's over here. The problem isn't knowing where you're going, because I think we do have these dreams flying into our mind. The problem's knowing where we are. See, there's the problem right there, paradigms. It's the program that's controlling you. You'll find people that are absolutely brilliant, but they're not doing what they know. See, being brilliant isn't the answer. It's executing what you know that's the answer. That's really the trick of life. Learning how to do what you know how to do. And that's really where we're going. He said, do you ever read anything?
We're going to start shortly, fam.
And I said, no, I can't read.
Just promote this call.
And that wasn't true. I could read, not well, but I could. I found out that I read about as well as most people. Do you know the average person reads at about a grade 7 level? You watch their eyes, it goes click, 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 boom, click, click, click. They sound out mentally every word. A book is a picture painted in words, and you get the picture. Because that's what the book is. Words are symbols, and every symbol has corresponding images. You put the right words together, and you build images. The laws never change. This whole universe is run by law. The laws never change, ever. But they all buy into the same concepts. And, of course, you can tell by the results they get. They get great results. Well,
all right, guys. Doing Mornings with Nano on the road to DC. Let's get it. All right, guys, we're going to start here right now. Less than 30 seconds. And we are getting started. About to go live on IG. And we are ready to go. Help me spread the word, guys, into your group chats, your Telegrams, your Discords. Let everybody know that Mornings with Nano is live. I'm going live on Instagram now. Here we go. 5 for 5 this week. Okay, there we go. All right, we are live on Instagram. Perfect. We are live on YouTube. It's 10:45. Perfect timing. And let's get to work, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Mornings with Nano. Thank you guys so much for being here this morning. I'm actually extremely blessed and very thankful to be here. Just finished up a full morning routine with my brother Chris. He's actually out here in Miami with me for my Solstice family. Chris is here. Cura Alkaline is here, spending some time with me. He's going to be spending the weekend out here with me. And we just finished the full morning routine just now. Literally, we were up this morning at 6 a.m. We did our full routine this morning. It was absolutely phenomenal. We woke up, we went for a run. After we finished running, we went to the gym, had a great shoulder workout with biceps and a little bit of sauna sessions. After the sauna, we walked the dogs. After we walked the dogs, we went and got our full meditation. I got the honey put in my eyes, which was pretty awesome. And we meditated with the honey in the eyes, which was a next level experience. We did some reading. We did our journaling. We did a little bit of Bible study. We read out loud some Bible study. And we took in some sun. We did some grounding. Overall, we just finished such an amazing routine. We showered. We finished the shower with cold water. And it was just amazing. I'm just so grateful that we just got a chance to do that together. He was able to, kind of see how it is that, I do things out here. He kind of got to see like behind the scenes of, because I posted on Instagram, but you don't get a chance to really see it. But he got a chance to really see it this morning. And it was amazing. And I'm just grateful that I get a chance to mentor him. He is one of the students that is actually currently paying me for mentorship. And, he's just super excited to be here. And we're learning a lot. And it's a blessing. So I'm looking forward to pouring into you guys today. And today, I mean, he reminded me yesterday, like, yo, you're going 5 for 5 this week. And I'm like, yeah. It's been a couple weeks, actually, probably a couple months since I've been able to go 5 for 5 because so much travels, so many trips, the retreat and tours and etc. But this week we went 5 for 5, so I'm excited to get started with this call here today. Real quick before we get started, though, if you did your routine this morning and you worked on yourself this morning, give me a 222 in the chat box if you guys are feeling good this morning after pouring into yourself and making yourself a priority. Well, I feel good. I feel it in my eyes. It feels so nice. Yeah, I feel cleansed in my eyes. I actually do. No lie. 222. Let's go. Bam, bam. Shout out to you. John, I see you, bro. Money V, I see you, sis. My brother Greg, Isa, Brittany, Lucky, Susan, Paul, Manalia, User, Q, Miss Venezuela, Jose, Sammy. Shout out to you guys. Jay Grant, I see you, bro. Let's go. Shout out to you guys doing the work this morning. It absolutely is amazing. Sophia, let's go. Elizabeth, let's go. Awesome. Well, let's get started with today's call. I'm looking forward to it. I'm actually excited to teach you guys today. And today, as you guys know, a couple times a week, I love to teach from the Word. I love to teach from the Bible. Shout out Elizabeth, Gina, Chris. Let's go. I see you, Norma. I see you. All right. So today I'm going to be teaching wisdom that shows up in real life, right? We're going to be talking about wisdom that shows up. And the reason why I wanted to teach on this is because, as you guys know, I've been reading Proverbs, and Proverbs is the book of wisdom. And I always love to teach from this book, and specifically this specific book in the Bible, because of all the wisdom that is shared here. Now, as I always mention, I do this with respect to what everybody believes in, but I do believe that this is something that everyone can get value from. So today, the title for today's topic is called Wisdom That Shows Up in Real Life. Wisdom that shows up in real life. All right. So let's get right into today's training. This one's going to be a good one. And I'm looking forward to it because I know each and every single one of you guys are going to be able to get a ton of value from this training. Now, wisdom that shows up in real life is something we all got to understand, because every day we're going to have moments that are going to allow us to grow, that are going to allow us to understand the things that are happening in our lives. But remember, knowledge is one thing, wisdom is another thing. We can jump on these calls. We can read the books. We can read the Bible. We can go to these events. We could do all these different things. But all we're doing is gaining knowledge. When we apply the information, we gain wisdom. All right. So here's what it says in the Bible. And this is the first point I want to make, right? Righteous discipline produces long-term success. Righteous discipline produces long-term success. Put a 3 in the chat if you want long-term success. If you want success for the next 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 years and more generations to come, because remember, it's not just success for you. It's success for the generations that are coming behind you. So it's important that we understand that it all comes down to our righteous discipline. In the Bible, it says in Proverbs 10, verse 4, write this down. Lazy hands make for poverty, but diligent hands bring wealth. Lazy hands make for poverty, but diligent hands bring wealth. Now, I always love to look up the definition of diligent so I can help you guys understand it on a different level. The definition of diligent. A diligent person is someone who shows careful, persistent, and hardworking effort in their task, consistently putting thorough attention to detail to achieve excellent results, often characterized by being conscientious, focused, and reliable. They are dedicated to completing work to the best of their ability, involving both effort and accuracy, unlike someone who just goes through the motions. Oh my God. Now, let's go back to the Bible verse. Lazy hands make for poverty, but diligent hands bring wealth. The key word there is diligent. Diligent. All right. I'm going to repeat this again. Listen to what a diligent person is. And I want you to think about if you are in alignment with this person. Can you consider yourself a diligent individual? Because I know we all want wealth, right? Type wealth in the chat if you want wealth. All right. I want wealth. Let me type wealth in the chat. Let me type wealth in the chat. Look at that. Wow, my talk with Makote after weekend talks was literally on this verse. There you go. We all want wealth. We all want wealth for our families. We want wealth for ourselves. We want wealth for the world. We want wealth for the people that we love. Right? But listen to what God said. God said diligent hands bring wealth. But remember, the key word is diligent. Now, listen to what a diligent person is, and I want you to ask yourself, am I that person right now? Listen closely. A diligent person is someone who shows careful, persistent, and hardworking effort in their task, consistently putting in thorough attention to detail to achieve excellent results, often characterized by being conscientious, focused, and reliable. They are dedicated to completing work to the best of their ability, involving both effort and accuracy, unlike someone who just goes through the motions. Bro, that is so powerful. Incredibly powerful. It is like so powerful. All right. But you got to ask yourself, do I have the characteristics of that person? Because are you somebody who shows careful, persistent, and hardworking effort in your task every day? Are you someone who pays attention to detail to achieve excellent results? Are you someone who's conscientious, focused, and reliable? Can you consider yourself somebody who's dedicated to completing all your work to the best of your ability, involving both effort and accuracy? These are all things you got to think about. Because if God says this, then and our goal is wealth, then are we working like a diligent person? Are we paying attention to detail? Because when I ask you guys, hey, type wealth in the chat box if you want wealth, we all typed wealth. But remember, you can't say you want one thing and you're acting like the other. We must be in alignment. We must be in harmony with that individual and with that frequency in order for us to get the wealth. You want wealth? I want you to start going into every single day of your life with the idea of I am diligent. Do me a favor, like Susan said in the chat, I want everybody to type it in the chat because this is our reality. I am diligent. I am a diligent person. I am a diligent leader. I am diligent. Such a powerful word that holds so much weight. We have to be. And if we want wealth, we have to become a diligent person. And you know what's crazy? I can sit here and we can break this down even more, but I'll have to be here the whole call if I continue to do this, right? But there's so many other words that we can break down in the diligent paragraph. So we got to remember, lazy hands make for poverty, but diligent hands bring wealth. Understand this. God doesn't bless intention. I know all of you have the intention to be better. I know all of us have the intention to grow, to make more money, to be good people. But God doesn't bless intention. He blesses discipline. Wisdom is proven in what you do daily, not what you say you're going to do. Wisdom is proven in what you do daily, not what you say you want to do. That's the thing. Because you see, you can either be one or another person, right? There's two people. There's the one that shows up daily. They study. They follow up. They sharpen their skills. They wake up early. They're in the gym. They're doing what's required every single day, every single day, every single day. The other person is inconsistent. They wait for motivation. They blame other people. They're always discouraged. Okay. 1 month later, 2 months later, one has momentum and one has the results that they want. The other has excuses and the other one is struggling. Same opportunity, different discipline. Who are you going to be? I choose to be the one that's disciplined, that studies, that follows up, that sharpens his skills, that wakes up early, that goes to the gym, that reads the Bible. I choose to be that person. Because you know what? I'm tired. I've been the other guy. I've been the inconsistent, the one that waited for motivation, the one that blames others, the one that's discouraged. I've been that person. And guess what? I know what it's like to also make excuses for not getting the results. I like being on the right side of things, where abundance flows through me. Everything works in my favor. Everything I touch turns to gold. Money is flowing to me in abundance. Out of nowhere, just money just shows up. I don't know from where. I don't know how. Situations show up. I don't know how. People show up. I don't know from where or how. But you know what? Because I'm on that vibration, I'm feeling good. And every day I'm doing the work. Every single day we do the work. We have to be on the same kind of vibration. Because he says it, look right here. Look at, but this is the best thing about it, right? I am a magnet for miracles. That's a good one, Susan. I like that. Crazy. I read 4 waking up. Can you say it for the fam? Crazy. I read 4:7 for waking up. Can you say it for the fam? Let me see. 4:7. Let me see what it says. 4:7. 4:7. I have it highlighted. 4:7. The beginning of wisdom is this: get wisdom, though it costs all you have. Get understanding. Yeah, we actually, as a matter of fact, bro, I did a training on this week. I did a training on this week, actually. I actually have that highlighted, bro. 4:7. So we in alignment for sure. 100%. But here's the follow-up. Here's the follow-up to that to this verse, right? So it says, lazy hands make for poverty, but diligent hands bring wealth. Listen to the follow-up now. Here's the follow-up. He who gathers crops in summer is a prudent son, but he who sleeps during harvest is a disgraceful son. Wow. He who gathers crops in the summer is a prudent son, but he who sleeps during harvest is a disgraceful son. Who's sleeping in? This is what I'm telling you guys. Get up early. Stop sleeping so much. Get up. Me and Chris were up last night till like 1 a.m., 2 a.m. almost. I told them, I'm like, look, bro, we fell asleep late, but we got to be up at 6 a.m. tomorrow. This is how it works. We went out. We met up with some friends. We smoked a couple cigars with some people, with my guy, John, who was also at the solstice retreat. We were catching up, good times, whatever. But I told them, yo, tomorrow we got to be up 6 a.m. no matter what, because we got to stay true to our routine. But look, even though I'm on 4 hours of sleep, I feel energized. I'm on top of the world. I feel great. There's no excuses. We got up. We did what we were supposed to do. No excuses. You didn't hear me. You don't hear none of us saying, oh man, we have no sleep, bro. We're tired. Those words haven't even came out of our mouths because we are on top of the world. We feel good. The word gave us the energy we need. We were in the sun. We were in the gym. We were in the sauna. We were doing everything that we were supposed to do. And you know what? Most people in that situation would have been like, you know what? I fell asleep late. I'm gonna sleep in tomorrow. I need my sleep. Nah, we sacrifice that here because we are more responsible for the discipline. Tomorrow we can catch up on sleep. Tomorrow I'll sleep in. Tomorrow, Saturday, I can sleep in tomorrow. But I'm still gonna work because I gotta get the sleep because sleep is important. I'm not knocking sleep. But for me, it's more important that I wake up and do what I said I was gonna do, which will show up Monday through Friday at 6 a.m., rain or shine. That's important that I need you guys to understand. And what do I say that? Because understand this. God doesn't bless intention. I could have had the intention to wake up early today. Yo, I could have told Chris, yo, Chris, I have the intention to wake up early. But if I would have slept in, lazy hands make for poverty. But diligent hands bring wealth. I'm on the diligent side of things right now. I'm not on the lazy side anymore. I've been lazy for too long in my life. I'm on the diligent side because God does not bless intention. He blesses discipline. So point number 1 says righteous discipline produces long-term success. Number 2, your words can build or destroy your future. Your words can build or destroy your future. Proverbs 10:11 says, the mouth of the righteous is a fountain of life, but the mouth of the wicked conceals violence. Your words reveal your heart, and they also shape your future. Wise people speak life, direction, and truth, even when emotions are loud. We got to keep this in mind. We were talking about this yesterday, the importance of the words that we use. There's many verses throughout the Bible that say that life and death is in the power of the tongue and the things that we speak. That's another verse right there. Proverbs 10:11. The mouth of the righteous is a fountain of life. How are you talking to yourself? How are you speaking? What are you writing down? How are you thinking about yourself? What is your self-talk like? It goes back to the same thing we were saying yesterday. Isn't it amazing how a lot of what we say is a lot of the same things, just packaged differently? We know what we got to do. We know we got to be careful with the things that we say. Speak life to yourself. If it's not life, then don't speak it at all. If you're not going to speak love, abundance, success, opulence, wealth, joy, love to your life, then don't speak. If you're going to be speaking limitations, hate, stress, anxiety, don't say that. Don't even speak. Try not to even think about it. Get to the point where You think so positive. You speak so much life into your life that when you speak anything outside of that, it bothers you. It bothers you. I promise you that. Only speak life. Life all day from the moment you wake up to the moment you go to sleep. And if people around you aren't speaking life, separate yourself from them. I need to keep my distance right now. This person is always gossiping. They're always negative. They're always talking about their lack of money, the bills, their stress. Let me separate myself. Let me surround myself with people that are only growing and elevating. My brother Pat said, yes, yesterday was a good day. Increased my income 13% moving forward yesterday alone. Congratulations, Pat. Happy for you, bro. But you know what it is, Pat? You're plugged in every morning, bro. You're listening to the information daily. And you know what it is? You know why I know that you're applying the information is because of the fruit. By his fruit, you will know him. You increasing your income by 13% tells me that, Pat, not only are you jumping on the calls, brother, but you're applying the information, bro. By your fruit, I will know you, brother. That's the beauty of it. Congratulations to you. And I pray that God continues to bless you with more abundance, more wealth, more opportunities, more people to come into your life and bless you even more, bro. That abundance flows through you for the rest of the year and all of 2026, bro. I want that for you. I want to see you change your life and change your family's life as well, brother. So I pray more. And you know what you do on the other side of the screen? I want you to accept it. Open your hands, bro, and just be like, yo, I accept that, Nano. I accept that. I accept that. This is my reality. This is my reality. Yes. More. Because that's the reality of the situation, fam. So make sure that you guys are speaking because your mouth reveals your heart. When I mentor people, I can tell a lot about a person by just the way that they talk to me. By just the things that they say to me, I already know. They don't even got to tell me about themselves. I already know. I already know. Because your heart reveals you. Your words introduce you before you even introduce yourself. Posture, all these things, we got to understand these stuff. It's so important. You can't speak doubt. You can't speak fear. You got to only speak abundance. You want to be the one that speaks love as well. Because here's the thing. If your words are chaotic, your results will be too. If your words are all over the place, your results are going to be too. Wise speech creates stability. If you're always speaking positively, if you're always speaking love and abundance and joy, creates that stability. People always ask me, Nano, why are you so positive? How come I never see you stressed, bro? It's because I speak life into myself. Even when things aren't going the way that I want them to, life, always speaking life. Everything is working out for you. It always is. And you know what the thing is? 90% of what we worry about never happens anyways. So all that time that we spend worrying about things that are going to happen, they never happen anyways. Think about that. If your words are chaotic, your results will be too. So if your life is chaotic right now, it's because of what you've been saying. Be careful what you say. Whatever you speak about, you will bring about. I can tell a lot about what you speak about based off of what the outside looks like, because you create the outside with the words that you speak and the things that you think. It's important. All right. That's number 2. Your words can build or destroy your future. Let's go to number 3. You guys are going to like this one. Number 3 says, short-term pleasure leads to long-term pain. That's a good one. Short-term pleasure leads to long-term pain. What do you mean by that? This is the idea of peace over pleasure. In Proverbs 10:17 says, whoever heeds discipline shows the way to life, but whoever ignores corrections leads others astray. Repeat that again. Whoever heeds discipline shows the way to life, but whoever ignores correction leads others astray. You see, we got to remember this. Short-term pleasure. What would have been short-term pleasure for me and Chris this morning? Stay in bed. We would have stayed in bed. That would have been short-term pleasure. Yeah, we would have got a little bit of extra sleep, but it would lead that habit right there of us choosing to stay in bed instead of waking up and doing what we said we were going to do. That habit produced long-term will cause us long-term pain. Yeah, it would have been nice. Yo, we slept in. We got that little extra couple of hours of sleep. It was short-term pleasure, but it would have led to long-term pain in the future. I don't even want to plant a seed of that. Poverty would have set in like a thief. Exactly. Whoever heeds discipline shows the way to life. Discipline is, we said, yo, yesterday I told them, yo, we're waking up at 6 a.m. tomorrow. We got to do the full routine. We both committed to it. We gave our word that we were going to do it. So it don't matter if we would have fell asleep at 5:30. We had to be up at 6 no matter what, because we said we were going to do it. If we say we're going to do something and we don't do it, it destroys our confidence. It destroys our self-esteem. It destroys so much inside of us because we didn't keep our word. All because of that short-term pleasure. But remember, short-term pleasures in other places as well is choosing to not go to the gym. It's choosing not to read that book. It's choosing to eat something that is unhealthy for you instead of eating the salad or eating the healthy meal, etc. The short-term pleasure is a habit, right? It's like my sister Mina once taught me. Mina did this training for me that I'll never forget. It was called Peace Over Pleasure. Peace over pleasure. She said, Nano, always choose peace, not pleasure. Pleasure is staying in bed. But you know what's peace? Waking up and doing what you said you would do. Pleasure is eating that ice cream, eating that Chick-fil-A. Peace is eating the healthier meal. Right? Pleasure is falling into your own temptations. Peace is doing what's right. So we always got to remember that, guys. Are you choosing peace or are you choosing pleasure? Because that short-term pleasure leads to long-term pain. And wisdom listens to correction. You could be on this call and you could be like, Nano, you're right. You could be on this call and be like, you know what? You're right, bro. I need to correct myself. I haven't been doing what I'm supposed to do. Foolishness is the person that jumps on this call and says, nah, I resent that. This guy's crazy. He's always talking about this and that. And I don't want to wake up early. That's not for me. I'm not a morning person, etc. Blah, 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 blah. Growth requires humility before it requires results. You got to humble yourself. I had to humble myself. I had to understand that, yo, Nano, you need to change, bro. Humble yourself. If there was ever a time, ever, for you to be working on you and for you to be correcting yourself, is this month of December. To be honest, December's is one of my favorite months of the year. And it's not because of Christmas. It's because during this month, I get to prepare. I get to evaluate. I get to look in the mirror and I get to see who it is that I was that I need to change going into this next year. I know what I got to change going into this next year. I know who I need to become going into next year so that I can be the person that I told myself I'm going to be. I love this time. I get off these calls, and a lot of what I'm doing outside of all the other calls I got to do for my business and for the retreat and all that stuff, all I'm doing is preparation, organizing my schedule. I already have literally the first 6 months of 2026 already planned out. I know what time I'm going to wake up. I'm already planning the food I'm going to be eating in 2026. I'm already organizing so many things. Yesterday, I ended up buying a DJI Osmo, that little camera that you can use for vlogging. That was an idea that I had. I said, yo, I'm going to vlog my life more in 2026. The same way I was able to vlog my retreat, somebody gave me an idea, bro, start vlogging your life, bro. People want to see your life. People want to see how you wake up, what you do, how you live. Start vlogging your tours. I'm like, you know what? You're right. I'm going to buy it. I'm going to vlog everything now. And I'm going to start doing those kind of videos and vlog so you guys can get the behind the scenes. Boom. I prepared that, right? I have a whole list of things that I want to buy for my health. That way, every single morning, I'm going to be able to start taking those things in the morning. All right. I got my brother Chris that gave me the highest level products for my health. Everything from teas to sea moss, tonics, you name it. He gave me all of it. Honey for my eyes. He said, yo, this is what you need to be drinking, bro. Drink this tea. Throw away all that other stuff you have. Here, take a scoop of this sea moss every morning. This is going to give you all the necessary ingredients that you need in order for you to operate at the highest level going into 2026. I need that. Here, take this honey. This is going to help you with your focus. This is going to help you for your eyes. This is going to help you with your third eye. Boom. I'm identifying all the areas. I'm going to do a fast before the end of the year. Yeah, with the duck flower. Cleanse how many months of toxins?
6 months of toxins in 6 hours.
It cleanses you it cleanses 6 months of toxins in 6 hours. But you got to fast beforehand. So I'm going to fast, do it, and then cleanse the last 6 months, because I'm going to tell you guys the truth. I don't eat that good. I eat good here and there, but I know I got toxins inside of me that I got to get rid of. And guess what? I'm going to do it. We going food shopping on Sunday. I said, yo, this Sunday, you're doing my grocery shopping, bro. I don't even want, I'm going to give them a budget. Yo, this is how much I got. Do my grocery shopping. Let me know what I got to take out of this kitchen. Let me know what I got to have in this refrigerator. I want to operate at the highest level, not just mentally, but spiritually, physically, emotionally, in all areas. He does that. That's what he's an expert in. Remember, guys, you don't need to know. You don't have to have all the answers. You just got to be surrounded by them. That's all it is. You guys want to follow him on Instagram? His Instagram is Cura Alkaline. I'm gonna send it to you guys right here so you guys can have access to the information. And if you guys want to hit him up and ask about it, he's the best at that. He literally goes and outsources these things in Central and South America, Colombia, Honduras, Peru. Only the best. Only the best. This is this is not stuff that you could buy in Costco, in Publix, in your, no. You need to literally go to the country and outsource it and get it right from the people that have it and fly it over here. That's the kind of stuff that he does, all natural. Nothing from stores, nothing packaged. Those are the kind of people I want in my life, bro. I want people that are going to help me live to 120, if you know what I'm saying. I want the best of the best. I'm young, but guess what? If you want to live long and you want to live good, you have to start taking care of your temple. We got to start taking care of this now. It's so important. It's so important. The way the system is set up, it's set up for us to fail. It's set up for us to vibrate low. There's more stores of alcohol and fast food than anything else. Look up healthy food near you. How many restaurants and how many things will you find? Not much. Not much. But I bet you if you look up how many liquor stores, how many fast food, how many this, how many that, there's hundreds of them all around you. The system is set up for us to fail, family. And we have to be diligent with that as well. We have to be diligent with that as well. Because let me tell you guys, what's the point of all the wealth if we don't have our health? What's the point? What's the point of us getting all this wealth, right? We talk all this wealth, we talk being diligent, but what's the point of all the wealth in the world if we don't have the health? I was watching this interview with Steve Jobs, and he was saying, he was like, yo, I have all the money in the world, but I can't buy my health. And they asked him, would you give it all up right now and start all over if you could be healthy again? And he said, yes, absolutely, but he couldn't. But you know what that was? It was decisions that he made early in his career that cost him later. It compounds. That's how it is, guys. I'm telling you. Follow my guy. He'll give you a full diagnostic on the things you need to remove from your kitchen, the things you need to have in your kitchen, the teas that you need to drink, the sea moss you need to have, all the best. I can't wait for this next year. I cannot wait for this next year because I'm literally in all areas of my life. I'm thinking, how can I be the best? Not just in mindset or in business. No. I'm thinking how I can be the best with God, how I can be the best in my physical body, how I can be the best in these areas. What's his Instagram? I got you right here. Gouda Alkaline. I hope I spelled that right. Yeah, so I got it. Exactly. Pay for it now. Cura with a K. Cura with a K. Cura in Spanish means cure, if you guys don't know. He just put it with a K, so it's very unique. I like it. And he's actually partnering with me with the retreats. He's sponsoring the retreat, which means we're going to, at the retreats, we're going to be drinking his teas. We're going to be eating his sea moss. We're going to be using some of his products at my retreats as well. It's all part of the package, family. Telling you, we're about to do this bigger than you guys have ever imagined. If you with me, you're going to be rich, you're going to be wealthy, and we're going to be healthy as well. And we're going to be with God first. God first. God first, and then everything else follows because we got to seek him first, and then the rest will follow. He'll add it on. But look, he's adding it on. So tap in, family. Tap in for sure. Hit up my boy. Let him know you need some products. Find out what he can do for you. Do a kitchen overview. We need that. What is it? Kitchen conversion, he calls them. Kitchen conversions. He's doing it for my mom in New York. He's gonna imagine going to a Hispanic mom and telling her, yo, I got my guy who's coming over to do a kitchen conversion, and my mom has all these old ass products and all the adobo and him coming in is like, yo, we need to take this out, this. He's probably gonna have to literally remove almost everything. He might get a belt a couple times, Mike. But we told my mom, yo, mom, I want you to live another 20, 30 years, mom. I need you to see my kids grow up. I need you to see my kids grow up. So if I need you to do that, we need to stop eating the way that we eat. And I need you to start eating only the best of the best. CMOS at the retreats is next level. Yes, every morning. We're going to get it set up where maybe, I don't know if we'll be able to do it every morning, but especially we want to work to the point where we can have at least one of those days that everybody has CMOS in their room, and you wake up and that's going to be the first thing that you have is some raw CMOS, the best of the best with some fruit. Because I want people to understand that, yo, we got to get ourselves to the highest levels, not just in wealth. Because yes, we talk about money. I get it. We need money so that we can grow and so that we can do more. But what is all the money in the world if we don't have our health? We need to be working just as hard on our health as we're doing in our money and in our jobs. So this is important. All right. This is important. So number 3, what we were saying is that short-term pleasure leads to that long-term pain. And I need to work on that with my health, because trust me, I got home and I was eating some tres leche last night before I fell to bed. Short-term pleasure, but that stuff, it catches up. It catches up. You know, I had some tres leche there. I'm like, you know what? I want a little bite. I took a little bite, but that short-term pleasure leads to that long-term pain later on. We gotta change. All of us. I'm in it with y'all. That's the thing. Like, I'm not here telling y'all like, yo, I got it all figured out. And, you know, no. I'm telling you, yo, we all have to change. We all have to improve. We all need to be more conscious. We all need to invest into ourselves. Exactly. Yeah, because it comes right back a million times. You have to invest. So that's number 3. And then last but not least, number 4 is exactly everything organic. Everything organic. Number 4 says integrity creates peace, not stress. Integrity creates peace, not stress. This is so important. Proverbs 10:9 says, whoever walks in integrity walks securely, but whoever takes crooked paths will be found out. Sheesh. Whoever walks in integrity walks securely, but whoever takes crooked paths will be found out. Yes, I agree, Susan, 100%, 1,000%. We have to incorporate that. That's the goal eventually with the retreats, is to make it so legit where obviously I'm only on my second one, but like that's the goal, is to make it like health, wealth, you know, God, everything, like all pillars are going to be hit while you're at the retreat. So that way, when you leave that retreat, you're transformed in every single area. Like at this next retreat, my brother Franchise, love you, fam. Hope all is well. Let's catch up soon. At this next retreat, we're going to have my brother Kura do an evaluation, and he's going to be running a training on these things, on the importance of your health, how to elevate your health. Because that's one thing I want people to have access to, is to have high levels of health, that you leave there and you're like, yo, I need to take my health more serious. Because after being around him, remember, you become who you hang out with. I realized that I don't take my health as serious as he does, because he's always conscious of everything that he's eating. He avoids certain things. He's looking at my protein. He's like, yo, you're not supposed to be drinking this stuff, Nano. This stuff has this. You need to be drinking this instead. Boom, 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 boom. Consciousness. And guess what? It goes back to what I just said, right? Listen to this. Proverbs 10:17. Whoever heeds discipline shows the way to life, but whoever ignores correction leads others astray. If I ignore his correction, I'm leading others astray. Wisdom listens to correction. So I listened to that. Good thing that it was the last scoop and I don't got to worry about it anymore. But I'm wondering now what I got to drink so that I can make it happen, bro. That's the key. The Yuka app is fire. Yeah, so good. My brother T Streets, que lo que, my brother. The willingness to change. Exactly. You got to be willing to learn, but you also got to be willing to change. It's so important. So going back to what I said, yeah, hit me, Franchise, for sure. Going back to what I said, whoever walks in integrity walks securely, but whoever takes the crooked path will be found out. Wisdom chooses what's right even when shortcuts look tempting. That's a good one right there. Wisdom chooses what's right even when shortcuts look tempting. How many of us like taking shortcuts? I've taken a couple shortcuts. I'm not going to lie. If there's a shortcut, sometimes I like to take it. I'm not going to lie to you. Bro, what kind of camera you have now? The new MacBook Pro, brother. That's what we got now. Nah, I just got a new laptop. The old laptop broke, and this is like 4K quality. God bless. But thank you, bro. I appreciate it. Wisdom chooses what's right even when shortcuts look tempting. It's you knowing, yo, even though that Chick-fil-A looks good, let me go choose a healthier option. Integrity, listen to this. This one is big. Integrity may cost you speed, but it gives you peace. That's so powerful. Integrity may cost you speed, but it gives you peace. And that's the key. That's the key. Integrity may cost you. You may take longer than others. I've taken longer than others, but I have peace. There was a lot of people that went and made more money than me because they did it the wrong way. They were scamming people. They even tried to put me on to scam. Yo, you should scam and this, and you should do this. Nah, you guys could go make all the money. Go buy the cars. Go buy it. That's good. I'm at peace because I know I did it right. I never scammed nobody. There's nobody that could ever say, yo, I gave Nano some money or I did this and Nano didn't do it. Never. Never. Because even though because I kept my integrity, and even though I was slower to get to my location and to my destination, I know that I did it with integrity. I did it with integrity. Yes, I took longer. Yes, it took me a couple more years. That's fine. But I'm at peace. You know why? Because I know that I never did anybody around me or anybody that I have influence over wrong. And that I could live with, and that gives me peace. I don't got to look over my shoulders. I don't got to worry about nobody's telling somebody else, yo, that guy Nano's a scammer. He's not a man of his word. He doesn't live up to his commitments. None of that. I don't got to worry about that. My name in the streets is clean as a whistle because I valued integrity more than anything else. And I value my people. You know, think about it, guys. You don't know think about it. How many people have probably came up to me and told me, yo, sell this to your community. Sell that to your community. Sell this. You should tell them this. Never. You guys have never heard me sell you guys anything that I have not purchased myself and validated myself that I know works myself on this call. Because what? I value integrity. If I put a stamp on something, it's because I believe in it. And because I know that it's official. Me telling you about Kura, I'm personally mentoring him. I personally mentor Chris. He's at my house. I don't bring anybody to my house. He invested into my mentorship for a whole year. Paid it up front. Here, let's win this year. He showed action. He made the investment. I'm pouring everything back into him, introducing him to people, helping him get structured, putting him in position. Why? Because he was willing to make the investment. And because I know the person that he is, I went and we met. I met his parents. I know his family, his brother, everything. Now he came to my house. He met my parents. We're a family now. This is the beauty of it, integrity. I don't care if it takes a little bit longer. We're going to do things right. And I highly encourage you guys to do the same. Never, ever, ever give up your integrity for a little bit of money. Yeah, could I have made a little bit of money? Probably. But my integrity is worth more. Because remember, it takes a decade to build a reputation and it takes a moment to break it. You could be building your reputation for 20 years. One moment, you could break your whole reputation and change it. Stay true to you. I always stay true to me. No matter how many other people try to lead me astray and take me this way and tell me to do this and tell me to do that, I always stay true to Nano and my values that my parents taught me. Those values come from my parents. I got to give my parents a lot of credit. My parents always told me, always do good by people, always be a man of your word, always be grateful for those that took care of you when you didn't have much. My dad is a type of person that still to this day, I'm 31 years old, 31 years young. And still to this day, when I'm back home, he's giving me the phone. Here, call this person. Call this person. Don't forget about this person. This person helped you. This person helped you, gave you a hand. This person did this for you. Give them a call. Check in on them. Still to this day, 31 years young, and my father still does this to me, teaching me that you got to value people that did good for you when you didn't have much, or when you needed a hand, or et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Teaching me always be a man of your word, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So important. My mom taught me the power of friendship, how important friends are. All these things is all happening around this. And that's why, and remember, it's not Nano that's saying it. It says it in the word. He says, whoever walks with integrity walks securely. Whoever takes the crooked paths will be found out. Remember, what you do in the dark always shows up in the light. If you have to hide it, it's not wisdom. Integrity is freedom. Always keep that in mind. If you have to hide it, it's not wisdom. Integrity is freedom. Let me see what Becky said. Becky said, my dad taught me 2 things that I live by till this day. Number 1, make your own money and don't ever depend on a man. And number 2, give people someone to respect. Facts. Amen on that. Amen on that. So that right there are the 4 points for today's training, guys. Number 1, righteous discipline produces long-term success. Number 2, your words can build or destroy your future. Number 3, short-term pleasure leads to long-term pain. And number 4, integrity creates peace, not stress. And we all want peace, not stress. So if you guys got value from today's training, can we all type peace in the chat box? Because peace is more powerful than pleasure. Peace is better than stress. Peace of mind is the real flex nowadays. I asked one of my millionaire mentors once. I was like, yo, what's your biggest flex? And I'm thinking he's gonna tell me money. I'm thinking he's gonna tell me the fact that he has a car, this. He told me, Nano, my biggest flex is my peace of mind, bro. He said, you could have all the money in the world. He said, you could have the most beautiful wife in the world. You could have all these things, bro. But if you don't have peace of mind, bro, you don't got nothing. Those words always stuck with me, bro. He said his biggest flex is his peace of mind. Being at peace with your mind. You know how good that must feel to be at peace? It's a blessing. But God grants you that peace. He told me, he said, yo, God granted me that peace because of et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And I'm so grateful that all of you guys are here today. So shout out to all of you. Today we finished on this call Friday, 5 for 5 this week. Let's go, 5 for 5. And we're going to do it again next week. Let's do it again next week. I don't got no travels next week. I don't think I got no travels until the following week after that. So we should be good next week for another 5 for 5. So I pray that everybody got value from today's training. Continue to share this call, fam. Continue to share this call. Listen to it all over again, and start to make those changes. Start to make those adjustments. And remember, you're not alone. Guys, I'm making these changes with you guys. I'm not here telling you, I'm not screaming at you and telling you, yeah, go do something I'm not doing. I'm doing it too. I got to change. I got to be more health conscious. I got to keep building my relationship with God. I got to keep doing exactly everything that I'm telling y'all to do. Rosie, I'm grateful for you too. More than you could ever imagine, Rosie. There you go, Becky. Accountability. That's wisdom. That's wisdom right there. So I love y'all. I appreciate you guys. I hope you guys have a beautiful rest of your day. And remember, don't let your weekend be your weekend. Work on yourself on the weekend. I'm not saying you got to go crazy and work 20 hours a day on the weekend, but the minimum that everyone should do every Saturday and Sunday is take some time to work on you, even if it's a small hour. But don't forget to work on you on the weekend. Remember, we cannot afford to take a day off at this point in our lives. Every day we should be working on ourselves. You could take a day off the business. You could take a day off your job. You could take a day off of all other areas, but don't take a day off of you, fam. All right. So I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Also, keep in mind that the retreat release date is going to be released a week from today, if I'm not mistaken. I'm shooting for Thursday, 7 p.m. I'll know everything by today. What's going to be the exact day? I'm going to be getting a flyer made for it. But for those that want to come to the retreat, next week, either Thursday or Friday, is going to be the official launch call for the next retreat. And I will be letting you guys know where, what time, prices, everything. All right. So get ready for it, because it's going to be a good one. And it's going to be the best retreat I've ever thrown in my life, for sure. I'm going all out with this one. I'm bringing out everything for this one. Speakers, you name it, sponsors, the best excursions. And this one's going to be 5 days, 5-day retreat. This one. And it's going to be one that you guys will never, ever forget. I promise you that. All right. So I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Quick prayer before we go. Quick prayer. Everybody bow your heads and let's pray. Quick little prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, we want to thank you so much for this amazing week that we've had so far. The whole entire community has grown so much. You've poured in so much wisdom into us, and the guidance, the love, the protection, the peace of mind that you've given us this week has been absolutely amazing, God. So today we just want to say thank you for it all. You've been working so hard behind the scenes on each and every single one of us. You've been putting us in position to win. You've been putting the right people, the right situations, the right circumstances in our lives for us to continue to grow and elevate in all different areas of our lives. And we are just so grateful for everything that you're doing, God. Continue to put in the work on us. We're going to continue to put the work on ourselves as well, Father. Guide us, show us, hold our hands through this process, and just let us know that you're here with us, God. We know that, and we understand you more than ever now, God. So thank you for an amazing week. Thank you for a week filled with breakthroughs. Thank you for a week filled with wisdom. We love you. We appreciate you. And we're going to continue to do the work, because everything that we do is for your praise and for your glory. In your name we pray. Amen. 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 Don't forget your 1,000 minutes. We got 1,000 minutes, baby. Great call. Great week. Grateful for all of you, for real, guys. I pray nothing but abundance, success, healing, opulence, wealth, productivity, everything that's positive, everything that brings you life. I pray it over every single one of you guys. I pray that all stress, all anxiety, anything that's not serving you washes away from your body, and that everything that you want comes to you and flows through you at all times. I love ya. I'll see you guys on Monday. God bless. Let's go. Thank you, fam. Appreciate y'all.